Hello, this is XStarKillerX here, and welcome back to another World of Warcraft Top 15 video this time. So, unfortunately, this is going to be the end of this series for a little while, as I've recently got an Elgato, and I am going to be doing some Minecraft tutorials on the Xbox One, and also a Minecraft Survival Series 2. So, if you like the thing, don't forget to stick around and wait for that. So, in this one, we are going to be looking at the 15 greatest Easter eggs in the history of World of Warcraft. Let's get into it and let's make it a good final one for the series. Number 15. Ted Nug and Scratch Fever. Now this started as a choose your own story on a forum. The forum owner would ask players for actions which he would then put into a story. This thing turns into such a big deal that the characters were actually put into World of Warcraft. Now if you go to the area between Razor Hill and Orgrimmar, even now you will see them walking that path. It's just something pretty cool. Number 14. The Smile on the Karazhan. Right, there are two versions to Karazhan. There are the instance versions, which for level 70, and the open world tower version, which is the one that you can go to if you're just walking in by yourself. If you exploit your way under the world one, you are greeted with a very large smiley face. This is assumed to have been put there by a board developer who thought that no one would ever see it. Well, he was wrong, and we know it's there. Shame on you. Number 13. Karrigan Photo. Now, inside the Karrigan shredders found throughout Stone Talon Mountains and Ashenvale, there is a picture of Sarah Karrigan from StarCraft. Also, inside the Sky Golem, the mount, there is also a similar picture of her, but from StarCraft 2. I just think it's pretty cool that Blizzard advertise their other games in the more successful ones. Ha, shame. Number 12. Twin Paradoxes. Now, if you have the Wargraves of Ashnod inside the Well of Eternity while fighting the Parathian, Illidan will quote a couple of lines. One of these being, "Curious weapons you hold. Such power. Just awesome." Number 11. Nomagen cards. Now, you can get these cards anywhere in Nomagen, and they are used with the Matrix Punchograph 3005B. When used, you will get a full page of binary code. When translated, you will get messages like, "Play more World of Warcraft. Fallen Jane sitting in a tree, KASSING, and the Gnome King wears night elf underwear." What? Number 10. Kyle's gone missing. Now this quest is in Morgor to feed a Tauren's pet some meat. This was created when Ezra Chariton visited Blizzard as part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. His voice was permanently added to the quest, and it's still in the game today, so go and check it out in memory of this guy, because he was pretty cool. Number 9. Critter Wars. Now if you're in Morgor, you will want to check out Stone Talon Pass to the northeast. Here, critters grow huge and have weapons in their mouths and tear each other to shreds. It's something pretty cool to go and have a look at if you've never been there. And it is also happening all over Morgor, so you can probably see it right now if you go to Morgor. It's pretty funny. Number 8. The Nova Shrine. Now we're in Neverstorm in Outlands, south of the Urklon ruins. There is a small blue shrine on one of the rocks. No one knows why it is there, as it has no questline and doesn't really seem to have a purpose. We later found out that it is actually a shrine to one of their cancelled games, StarCraft Ghost. Number 7. Voices of Lordaeron. Now when you walk into Lordaeron, you are walking the same path that Arthur's took in Warcraft 3 Cinematic. Inside the throne room you can hear bells, and if you turn up your volume you will hear the last conversation that Arthur has with his father. Just some pretty awesome lore. Number 6. The Wild Hammer Fact Checker. Now this was added into the game when Ian Bates, also known as the Red Shirt Guy, stepped up to tell devs it was Falstad, not Kuradin, that would take over the Wild Hammer in Ironforge. This correction became so infamous that an NPC was added to the game which looked exactly like Ian Bates. Really funny shit. Number 5. Story of the Caravan. Now there is a path outside Gadgesan which is more than often overlooked. It tells a pretty cool story if you follow it from start to finish. It starts with footprints and then people start to die off as bones are found every so often, and getting more often as you get along. Less footpaths follow after each of the bone piles and you end up in a ruined camp, which really does explain that they're basically walking through and then started dying and then they got to camp waiting for supplies which never turned up. Quite a sad story. Number 4. The Lost Numbers. Now on a small island in Badati Lake in the Shalazar Basin in Norvrand, You'll find a small hatch with a window on it. Bear with me. When hovered over, it says the numbers 5, 9, 16, 17, 24 and 43. This is an Easter egg which relates to the TV series Lost, as that was their lucky numbers in the programme. Number 3. The Shade of Aaron. Now, similar to the Well of Eternity, if you visit Karazhan and see the ghost of Medivh's father, and you have the great staff of the Guardian, which belonged to Mediv previously, he will say at the start of the encounter, "Where did you get that? Did he send you?" Number 2. The Jar of Ashes. Now, there's a floating rock in Helvi Peninsula with a skeleton buried under some rocks with a jar between his legs. It's speculated that to belong to Treshnik, who flipped out on the Shaman forums during the Burning Crusade. He was promptly sacked from the company, even though this was never really confirmed, but it's still a pretty good bit of lore. And number 1. Nessie, also known as the Loch Ness Monster, and is obviously a reference to said monster. Sometimes when you go past the glass section of the Deep Run tram, you may see a creature where, if hovered over, comes up as Nessie. It is believed to be in the game, and even if you exploit your way past the glass, it cannot be killed or attacked. Just something really cool in the game. It's a pretty cool Easter egg. Okay, that is it for this countdown. As I've said, that is the last of the series, and I hope you have enjoyed this first section of World of Warcraft top 10s and or top 15s. So if you've liked it, don't forget to punch the like button, leave a comment down below, and also subscribe. Also, most follow me on Twitter, which is linked down below as always. So, last thing to say, thank you so much for watching and supporting the series, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.